Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and I really want to get straight to the point today. I'm going to be talking about why you should not be nervous around women. A lot of you guys message me and say things like, Courtney, how do I talk to women? Courtney, every time I try to talk to a woman, I get so nervous, I stutter, I can't speak, I'm just a nervous wreck. I just really want to tell you guys, there is nothing to be nervous about. So today I'm going to go over why you shouldn't be nervous and how to kick this irrational fear to the curb, because it's destroying you for absolutely no reason. Girls are human too, and we're just as nervous. So that leads me into point number one. Point number one is girls get nervous too. I think a lot of times you guys go into situations thinking this girl is like a bombshell, top-notch confidence, indestructible, invincible, like Wonder Woman or something. And while yes, women are amazing, I think it's important for you guys to understand that we are nervous too. We have insecurities too, and none of us are perfect. So if you're going into a situation, putting a girl up on a pedestal, it's only going to make you disappointed and make you nervous, because no one's perfect, not even the most beautiful girl in the world that seems like she's perfect from the outside. We all have insecurities, we all get nervous, and chances are she's just as nervous as you are. So do not go into a date or talking to a girl thinking that she's gonna think you're a loser or that she's up on a pedestal to you. It is just going to set you up for disaster. It's okay to be a little bit nervous going into something that is really important to you. This could be a first date, a job interview, anything that's important to you might make you a little bit nervous because there's something at stake there. You really want it, so it makes sense why you would be a little bit nervous. But you have to be able to get control of those nerves so that you don't self-sabotage. Nobody is perfect, regardless of how perfect they might seem on the outside, so don't go in idolizing her and putting her on a pedestal. Point number two, do you even like her? I think some of you guys get so worked up about making this girl like you, trying to impress her, trying to win her over, trying to make sure that she is like infatuated with you or attracted to you in general, so much so that you don't even stop to think, do I like her? So going in with this mindset of trying to get her to like you puts a ton of pressure on you and is only going to make you more nervous. So if you give yourself that power back by thinking, I'm just going into this, seeing what can happen, keeping an open mind, I don't even know if I like her yet, so why am I freaking out trying to make sure that she likes me when I don't even know if I like her? So when you give yourself that power back, it gives you a little bit more of a sense of control and you don't feel as nervous or out of control. I think a lot of times as humans, I have been there, when you feel like you have a lack of control in a situation or really anything, you start to feel a little bit anxious and nervous, because as humans, we like to have control of things. The unknown scares us, that's very normal. But when you give yourself that little bit of power back by saying, I don't even know if I like her yet, I'm just gonna go into this with an open mind, you relieve that unnecessary pressure that you put onto yourself. Also understand that not everyone is going to be a good match for you, and that's totally okay. If she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. There's nothing you can do about it, and you gotta move on. Number three, do not overthink it. Overthinking is one of the worst things you can do. I'm sure that we have all been there before. I know that I definitely have, but overthinking is really just self-sabotage. And often this happens especially when we're nervous. When we're nervous or anxious or whatever the bad feelings are, we often get into our heads and we just overthink everything, overanalyze everything. We think of what could go wrong. What if I do this? What if she doesn't like me? What if I trip on my way into the restaurant? I mean, you name it, it's probably crossed your mind before. Overthinking about all of the things that could go wrong will make them more likely to happen because you're actively thinking about it. If you have a positive mindset, an open mind, and go in just really excited to meet someone and get to know someone, it doesn't matter if you mess up. We're human. It really doesn't matter. Any thought that you have in your head that is really leading you down a dark path is made up. Your thoughts in your head are completely made up and they are not reality. And I think the second that you realize that, you start to feel a lot more at ease with yourself, what you're doing, your future, because your thoughts are just that. They're your thoughts. And so they have no control over you unless you let them. So change those overthinking negative thoughts into positive thoughts and really just be excited about getting to know someone. And if you aren't excited about going out with this person, chances are you probably shouldn't be going out with them in the first place. And just a pro tip here for the conversation that you'll have. If you want to get to know her, you'll have a genuine curiosity about her. So it's just as simple as asking her questions. That's really all it is. It's as simple as that. I know that seems so basic and cliche, but asking questions is the best way to get to know someone. And a tip here too is to ask open-ended questions that don't just get a one word or a yes or no answer that you guys can kind of elaborate on, because then the conversation is going to flow a lot more natural. Also, think about the common interests that you guys have and how that can can snowball into a bigger conversation. So if you're passionate about something, if you know she's passionate about something, she'll probably have an easier time talking about it, as will you. So those are really good conversation topics to bring up. Number 4, I know I kind of touched on this one earlier in the video, but it is stop trying to impress her. So I already did a video on my channel all about the things that confident men do that women love, and impressing her was not on the list. You should never, ever, ever try to be someone you're not in order to just impress a girl. You should go in being your authentic self, and if she doesn't like you for that, then that's her loss and you guys are not a good match in the first place. I think sometimes you guys get very confused when I say be yourself, but when I say that, I mean to obviously be the best version of yourself. You're gonna wanna make a good first impression, but making a good first impression does not include being fake or trying to be someone that you're not. Pretending to be someone that you're not is only going to make you more nervous and put more unnecessary pressure on yourself, because the whole time you're going to be thinking, I'm not even like this. This isn't even the real me. I'm not even having a good time or being myself. And this girl doesn't even like me for me. She likes me for who I'm pretending to be. So it really is a lose-lose for everybody, and you just shouldn't do it. Confident guys, or really people in general, don't feel the need to impress others or prove anything because they're confident in their own skin and what they bring to the table. So if you're going out of your way to impress someone or to prove something or really just be fake, she's gonna notice that. Trying to impress her is going to come across as a weakness. It's going to look insecure. It's going to look like you have self-doubt and insecurities, and girls are attracted to guys with confidence and a high self-worth and self-esteem, so you're gonna wanna avoid those type of actions. And more than just meeting women, being confident in yourself is going to help you succeed in all areas of your life, so it's something that you should all be working towards if you're not there yet. And I will say, you can be the most confident person in the world and still feel insecure sometimes. That's just part of being human, and I think that's totally okay. But to know who you are, know what you want, and know what you bring to the table are 3 things that everyone should be striving towards. And the last thing for you guys to understand is that rejection is normal. Some of you are so scared of rejection that you don't even try things. Some of you are so scared of failure that you don't even try things. And I think sometimes failure and rejection go hand in hand for a lot of you, but understand that in order to grow, in order to push yourself out of your comfort zone, you're gonna have to fail sometimes. And chances are, any successful person with women, with their job, finances, with whatever it is in their life, has failed at some point in order to get to the point that they're at now. So rejection is normal, failure is normal. I've been there, you've been there, he's been there, she's been there. Everyone has experienced this at some point, so don't let that discourage you or hold you back from even trying. And I get it, rejection sucks. A lot of you leave comments like, Courtney, you don't know what it's like to be rejected by every girl you've ever talked to. And it's true, you're right, I don't know that feeling, but I have been rejected by a person that I really liked before, so I understand the feeling, and I know that it's not a fun feeling. Nobody wants to feel that, but I think it is necessary, like I said, for personal growth and development and putting yourself out of your comfort zone. And I think this is where that kind of scarcity mindset really comes into play. You guys go into things thinking, you know, this is the only girl that's ever going to like me. I can't mess this up. She has to like me back. I have no other options. And then it makes you settle for things that you wouldn't necessarily want, or it really just creates a lot of unnecessary pressure on you because you're so focused on this one person. You've got one-itis, you've got a scarcity mindset, and it's going to destroy you. You don't want to go in thinking, this is all I've got, this is my only option, she's the only girl in the world that's ever going to like me, because it's going to put a ton of pressure on you and make you incredibly nervous. So never go in thinking those things. And honestly, this is why I say in the beginning that you should not put all of your eggs in one basket. And I'm not saying that, you know, you go out on a date and you really like this girl and she really likes you back. Things are going really well for the two of you and that's the only girl that you're talking to. I think that is totally fine, but not all of us are that lucky to go out with someone and end up being with them forever. So I think sometimes you have to keep your options open a little bit and not put all of your eggs in one basket. I'm not saying don't be loyal to someone that you've been seeing for a while or to cheat on your girlfriend and have 5 other girlfriends on the side. That is not what I'm saying there. And I think sometimes you guys get a little bit confused when I bring that up, but I think it is important to have options. It's the same thing kind of as if you go on a job interview and you already have a job, you can be a little bit more picky about that job because you already have one and it's not something that you need. You're not going in with that scarcity mindset and you're not going to be kind of desperate about it. So if you go into a job interview and you don't have a job, sometimes you can't be as picky because you need money and you don't have a job and that's the only thing in front of you. So keep this in mind. I know it's kind of a silly comparison, but it really is true when it comes to dating as well. If you go in thinking this is all I've got, you're going to settle, you're going to be nervous, things are not going to go well for you. But if you go in with the mindset of, if things don't work out, that's okay because I'll be fine without this person, and also there are plenty of other people in the world that would like me, you're going to set yourself up for success. So that wraps up my 5 points, but I have a little homework assignment for you guys. So I've never done anything like this before, but I think it will be really helpful for all of you guys and for me because I'm going to do it right along with you. So I want you all to do something that is out of your comfort zone and see how you feel when you're done. Of course, don't do anything illegal. I can't even believe I have to say that, but I know I'll get comments about it. Some of you might be uncomfortable robbing a bank, but that doesn't mean you should go and rob a bank, okay? Keep it legal here for me, okay? Some examples would be maybe you've never gone to the gym before and you're very nervous to go. I want you to go. Maybe you have never been to a fitness class, but you've been wanting to go. I want you to go. Maybe you've been wanting to talk to this girl, but you're too nervous to go up to her. I want you to talk to her. This could be applying for a new job. Really just anything that gets you out of your little safe space, that gets you out of your bubble and forces you to kind of exit your comfort zone. And just to share a little personal story here, I have struggled with anxiety my entire life. I feel like pretty recently I've been able to get it under control a little bit more. I think talking to you guys and YouTube has really helped me with that. But really, I used to not like to be in social situations. If I was in a big group, I would be the quiet one, not talking and just listening, because I don't like to be the center of attention or to put all eyes on myself. So the fact that I'm even doing YouTube is like crazy. But this is something that I had to get over, especially if I wanted to make this my career. I had to get used to the attention. I had to get used to saying what I think and not just kind of riding on the sidelines. And when I was on the sidelines, just looking at what everyone else was doing, I was missing out on so many wonderful things because I was too scared to put myself out there. And it can be scary to put yourself out there, so it makes sense, but it was just my anxiety and a little voice in my head telling me that I couldn't do something and self-doubt taking over, and it was just very silly. And the second that I got over that, my life improved in every aspect. My relationships got better, my friendships got better, my job got better, and I'm living my dream life now. So I would really encourage all of you to try this. Something that I started doing that really helped me when I was kind of trying this out was to say hi to everyone that you come in contact with. So I don't really come in contact with that many people, so it's not like anything crazy, but even if you're in your apartment and you're getting into the elevator and there's someone in there, say hello or try to make small talk with them or introduce yourself. Just try to put yourself out there and talk to people instead of getting in the elevator and not saying anything. It will make a huge difference. You'll be so surprised by the connections that you can make and just how much more confident and better you feel talking to a person that you really want to talk to if you just start introducing yourself or saying hi to everyone. So that is a great place to start if you struggle with social anxiety. Trust me, I've been there. I understand it. You can't just snap your fingers and all of a sudden not have anxiety. That's not how anxiety works. And I've totally been there and I get it. So push yourself out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to get a little bit uncomfortable. That is where growth happens. That is where success happens. You're going to feel happier, and I guarantee your life overall will just be a lot better. So do that homework assignment and let me know down in the comments below if it helps you. Let me know some other tips and tricks that you guys have for talking with women. Maybe share the wealth with some other guys down below. Would love to hear from all of you. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to be in the loop for when I release new content. It really helps me out and I do appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as well. And it's just a place to get to know me a little bit more if that's something that you're interested in. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.